Ministry's definite aim. And let me know when you guys find it.
Life's definite aim. Found it.
Good.
What's it look like? Yes, you still. I got it.
Oh, good. Well, don't know where mine is.
You want mine?
Sure. Sorry. Oh, Lord. There should be a photo, too, of it. Now,
On here?
on Messenger, because that's where all of the photos have been being posted until now. What you laughing at, Carmen? So my question is, do you guys remember what the purpose of the annual meeting is? While I go grab the green book, can someone explain what that is?
I'd be happy to.
Alright, thank you.
The annual meeting, the annual goals. The annual meeting or the annual goals?
The annual meeting.
Okay, the annual meeting is to look back at the previous year to see what has been accomplished and look ahead at the next year, what is going to be accomplished.
Correct.
Here. To look at it previous year?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's
And what kind of goals do we discuss in the annual meeting?
I do not have the form that you are asking us.
ministry defined aims, ministries.
I don't have it either,
definite
Mom.
aim. Yeah, you didn't either.
It's
You used to.
what was the question you just asked? What are we going over during the annual?
Yes.
We're gonna look at what's happened in the past 6 months and
No.
or the past year to see what we can change to better our goals that we set forward for the next year.
And then what are we going to do for the next year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's right.
Do you
And
think there would be a ministerial aim paper up there?
I'm sure there is, but I had my page. I don't know where my
Here.
page went.
I found it.
You have mine or yours?
Not mine.
Oh, I ain't praise the Lord. I'm glad you got yours.
Yeah.
Good job, Mom. So, we have the photo too. My question is, how do we identify what to accomplish in 2020? And I'll just say this, like, we're all in the same boat. I've never set a goal that's a year out that needs to be broken up into quarters, that needs to be broken up into months, and needs to be broken up into weeks. Like, this concept is new to me. I do see how it could help at least get a bit clearer vision for the future and drive us all, propel us forward. We've never done it. This is new, and I'm asking for help. Yes, Mom?
Well, if we decide where we want to end in a year,
Yes.
what exactly we want to have going on at the end of the year.
And I want to say that this isn't really the annual meeting because we're not following that structure. This is more of just like, I realized before we get there, instead of just showing up and being like, so guys, I really don't know what we're doing. I've never done this before. This, I'm supposed to give you Like we're supposed to go through the goals for the year and our objectives, and I don't know what they are. I don't want to do that. So I figured if together we could try to figure out a little bit.
An outline of.
Yeah, an outline. See, Tina, we're putting together an outline for how the conversation can go in the future. Yes. So where do we want to be in a year? And as a ministry, we could look at different types of goals. We have, like on Ministries F and Name, we have publishing goals, system goals, campaign goals, recruiting goals, financial goals, Dream 100 goals, which I haven't spoken too much about, metric goals. Where do we want to be in a year? What kind of growth do we want to see? And some of these look like they're more like a month. Like they could be accomplished in a month. Some of them look like they could be accomplished in, a quarter, others in a week. Does anyone have any suggestions? Like, I gave that suggestion, like, potentially, as far as publishing goes, we can have 100 pieces of content going out a day through the Army of Youth by December 2020. Personally, I think with the right team and virtual team, that would be a pretty simple goal to reach. Because a piece of content includes like a story post or a quote card or something. You could publish 10 quote cards a day on multiple platforms easily. Are there any suggestions?
What's the question?
My question is, what could we do for our goals for the year 2020?
Well, we just launched the thing, we need to keep track of it and improve it in the areas where it needs to be improved.
So some of the things that we have in the fire is we've got the Direction from God program. We have Live Your Calling account book. We have Reclaim Your Devotions course. We have, what else do we have? Oh, Overcome Satanic Shyness course.
We have a group.
The what?
Group.
What group?
The group where people are gonna come together and get 3 months worth of something.
What are you talking about?
New podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the Direction from God program.
Oh, okay.
That's a live cast.
So, like, in a year, do you want to have, you said in the future you wanted to have, like, a 2.0?
Yes. Yeah, 2.0. Yes, a 2.0.
Do you want to have that by next year? Or, like, are you looking at, like, what time period?
Yeah, we can have that by next year.
What's it to?
That's the Reclaim Your Devotions course right now. Have you logged into your members area yet? Because if you haven't done that yet, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find the link.
I don't know. I think I've logged into different things, but I don't know exactly which ones I have and haven't logged into.
You would know if you've logged into the Direction from God program members area.
I've definitely done that one.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
When?
I have it open on my computer right now. I'm looking through it and going with it.
In like the back office area?
I don't know about the back office or if I'm in the front office. I don't know.
Okay.
I definitely have it up on my computer, and I read a lot of the stuff on that one. Direction from God.
But are you talking about the landing page, the sales page? That has one video at the top and then it has like text and stuff? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's just
That
the
doesn't
sales
count.
page.
Okay.
But there's an account you create to get access to the program. What you're looking at is not the program, that is the sales page
Oh, okay.
to the program
So
where
where do
people
I click?
purchase it. There's a link I sent on the AOYO chat on December 4th
Okay.
or 3rd. Alright. So, what we were talking about is right now the Reclaim Your Devotions course is 3 parts. They're 50 minutes each. What we want to do is have 5 parts that are 5 lessons. Each lesson has 3 20-minute videos. So, that would be 15 videos in Reclaiming Your Devotion. 15 20-minute videos. And furnished with worksheets, audios, and scripture songs that go along with the subject to really embed that teaching in
What's it called? 5-part?
5 lessons.
5
Call them lessons. 5 lessons.
with
Each
3.
lesson having 3 topic videos or training videos. So that's 15 training videos total.
Is there a USB plug around here anywhere? You know?
What's the OSS?
Overcome satanic shyness.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I was looking for, to save information on. This.
So a big step for what I realize is rather than just creating a bunch of products and programs, what many ministries lack, few ministries actually get to the point where they create something and launch something. Even fewer ministries get to a point where they're able to actually spread the word and market that. So what I was recommended to do was to focus on like 2 or 3 products and just really focus on that, and once they're created, then spend the rest of the year not creating more products but marketing the products that are already there. So it's like publishing and spreading the word, and it's like taking the gospel to further and greater lengths. That made a lot of sense to me because right now not a lot of people know about Direction from God programs. So the more that we can help broadcast that, the better.
Right.
So it need to be like marketing goals in that regard.
So, you said focus on 2 or 3 products.
Mm-hmm.
And once and just so focus on 2 or 3 products like for a year and just make them better and like
More focused.
Once they're created, focus on marketing those products rather than creating more. Does that make sense to everybody?
Does to me.
So for this next year, it would make sense to finish creating our like 2 or 3 products, and for this next year to focus as much efforts as we can to creating content around those, which is like marketing, content marketing, it's publishing. Did you guys know in Amazing Facts that the publishing and marketing department are one?
That would
Makes
make
sense.
sense. Yeah, it would make sense.
Does make a lot of sense. When I saw that first, I was like, huh. But now understanding, I'm like, whoa, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Leaves of Autumn content, we're talking about, I guess, what we would do for this year is to finalize these here, and really get those going, finalize these, and then create, and then focus on the marketing around those to improve them.
Yeah.
And then what else? What do you guys think about the goal to have 100 pieces of content a day?
That's a good goal.
That's lofty.
Yeah. But it, like you say, before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So.
It's still lofty.
You think that's lofty?
Yeah.
I don't think it's very lofty. But we'll see. I was concerned that it was too small of a yearly goal. But okay. If this is the case, see, and the thing is, this is 100 pieces of content that are all leading to one of these.
What did you say the LYC was? I'm sorry.
Live Your Calling account book.
That's right.
Live Your Calling is a daily account book, but yeah, Live Your Calling, which is all about helping people identify their unique talents and dedicate them to the Lord's service. So that type of stuff. And what I was thinking that we could do, and it might be a little slow because, ouch. There's two ways of looking at it. Is one, we can give anyone who's in the Direction from God program early bird access to Live Your Calling account book, and as we're developing it, we can develop it for our subscription program for a limited time, and then once it's fully developed, then we're able to take it from that program and create a different program from it, and just let them know, like, hey, you're here because you're part of the program, so you get your early access. But people that aren't, like, it's not going to be here forever, we're going to bring it, we're going to create a separate thing about this. And we'll create a new product that way, but that way the people who are paying are getting this, and then when we create a new product, then we can market that product, what was I saying about that? Oh, there's two ways of looking at it. Either we can give that to them who are in the program, or we can provide this as an upsell to the people that are in the program, because the easiest people to sell to are your existing customers. It's a lot harder to acquire new people than it is
So
to
provide what as an upsell?
this Live Your Calling account book. Provide that as an upsell. What's up, Mom? So the question, Mom, was the Direction from God program. Anyone who's in our subscription, we can give them access to Live Your Calling account book until we develop it, then use that as a separate product, and then market that. Or we can have these subscribers and then provide this as an upsell, because the easiest people to sell to are existing customers, existing students.
Or we could use it to be that 31-day.
Well, this is a 31-day
What is that?
Overcoming Satanic Shyness course.
Oh.
It's the 31-day bonus.
I'm not sure that everybody perceives themselves as shy.
Not everybody does perceive themselves as shy.
There might not be a good hug for 31 days.
Brennan had had one that was talking about, I think it was How to Launch Podcasts book, and blockbuster courses, but not everybody wanted to do those either. And not everybody wants to.
So what's the question then again?
My question is, should we give everyone in the subscription program free access to this
until it's created?
until it's created? Or should we have it as part of our offer or upsell or a one-time offer, OTO or something inside the funnel program that when they get in here, they have the option to upsell to purchase that?
What if we give that to them until it's created, and then when we have it created, then we could give it as an upsell?
Okay. I'm alright with that. So it sounds like our goals would be regarding these.
Regarding what?
Regarding these areas for the next year.
What are the 5 leaves? I mean, what is the Leaves of Autumn publishing?
Could someone answer what the Leaves of Autumn are?
Is it the 100 pieces of content a day?
That's part of it.
Other than that, I don't know.
Does anyone know what the Leaves of Autumn is?
That could be a good upsell.
What?
If that's the 100 contents a day, pieces of content, because what you could offer for them to do is to learn how to get out content.
But that's kind of a different market.
To get out the content?
Yeah.
How's that different?
Not everybody's interested. Like, we're talking about studying the Bible and finding direction from God, but...
Yeah, but also sharing the gospel is part of that.
Which is the Overcome Satanic Shyness.
Yeah, so it fits right in there, because then they can learn how to share the things that they've learned and how to get that out there, you know, to the in the hands of the people who.
Yeah, modern publishing program. I would love to do something like that. Kamran?
Yes.
Do you know what the Leaves of Autumn is?
Is that where we store all our content?
That's
part of it?
That's part of it.
Part of it, okay.
It gives you hints of what the Leaves of Autumn is. It's a content model. It's a model of content distribution. So in short, the Leaves of Autumn is when you take a sermon or a long form piece of content, whether that's like a prayer meeting, a sermon, or a Bible study, personal interview, whatever, and then you break it down into micro content and you distribute that micro content like the Leaves of Autumn.
Okay.
That's what the Leaves of Autumn.
So it's basically just breaking down what you've already done into small pieces and distributing it.
Yeah. Longer content to smaller content.
So what's that called? Content.
Distribution.
I don't know. There's another word for it.
Micro content.
No. Where you break it down. Breaking it down.
That's micro content.
No,
Repurposing.
it's repurposing.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it is. It's
Oh.
repurposing content.
Good. Okay.
And so, Tina, you're right. The 100 pieces of content a day is in connection with that. This is our publishing. This is our marketing. That's how the gospel goes to the world. Publish the... when the gospel is published to all nations, then shall the end come. Mark 13:14 says.
Repurposing.
Jesus is waiting to come back until the gospel is published like the Leaves of Autumn. So, should we add anything about recruiting goals in this?
I think so.
In our annual?
Yeah, in our annual.
Yeah, our annual goals is to do recruiting.
So we should have some dream team roles that we're trying to get filled by the end of the year. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, dream team. That was on our recruiting goals.
Does that
The
mean
Who
we
Do You Know list and the dream team and the online course.
I don't know why the online course is there. Oh, recruiting people for the online course. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
The subscribers. Oh, okay. So we need to figure out So are you saying we need to figure out or map out more of our dream team before the 15th? Okay.
I would think so.
Can you make an actionable step to map out the goals? The dream team goals before before December 15th. We can do that for another Pioneer session. And also, Tina, you're waiting on me to show you how to take meeting minutes. So that's something you want to remind me every day during breakfast.
Who you're waiting for?
Yeah, you want to write that there.
Dream team goals.
Before December 15th. And you're writing this action step so that after the meeting it is communicated to us, reminded to us, and given to us to do so we don't forget. So I'd put that at the bottom of the page so it's easy to access at the end so you can send it to the right people. Now, we have to, okay, so we got a dream team. 5, 6. And the who wants to know, who knows what the Dream 100 is? I'd be surprised if anyone says that they do. Yes.
Is it the first 100 people that come into the funnel
Great guess.
A list of 100 people who,
that we know?
not that we know, but that we would love to have on the team.
Oh, that was another good guess.
Another good guess. Boy.
So close.
Is it the
So close.
top 100 people that we want to work with?
Yes. The top. It's a list. It's a list of 100 other ministries that it would be a dream to work with because their audience, their ministry so closely connects with ours. They're not competing, but they're complementing each other. How we can serve their audience and help them, they can serve our audience and help us. And these are people to do collaborations with, to do like guest speaking at their camp meetings or their colleges or their podcasts or radio shows, different things like that. These are people who will help to be able to publish the publications that we have, to get these publications in the hands of the people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I'm like so excited because I've got some plans. I have some plans I think will work really, really well working with the Dream 100. So that's what the Dream 100 goals are. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So for instance, Serve with a Mission, the international radio show that I was invited to speak on recently, I think that would fall in the category of a Dream 100. Maybe not so much like the Dream, because I don't really know who they are, but hey, they seem like they're willing and able and...
Serve as a mission?
Serve with a Mission.
Oh, wait.
Radio station. I think that fits. Chewila Camp Meeting is like a group that would be... I think we have a lot of similar interests. The Army of Youth Camp in New York, it's kind of similar. Just being able to talk where there's young people. Ezra with Eden Lifestyle, he'd be like a Dream 100 list.
A place that we're going in January.
Thrive?
Thrive?
Or
GYC?
GYC.
Oh yeah, GYC. Yeah, getting a speaking engagement at GYC. That would be a Dream 100 place to work with. And there's regional events too. It might be easier to get a guest speaking at a regional GYC thing. Like they did one in Spokane last winter. Yeah, stuff like that. Does that make sense? So, in the year, I don't know what we would do with the Dream 100. What were you gonna say? Oh. Yeah, so these. Yeah. And we definitely want a thriving co-porter program. I want to help gospel workers to be self-supporting in the ministry.
Which is also, which means like online co-porter.
Yes. Yeah. Helping to, so that they can get commissions from selling these modern publications. But how do we break this down into smaller? How do we break it down into things like this? See what I'm saying? So one of them is to, so I guess we'll launch a Reclaim Your Devotions 2.0. Is there a certain number of people we'd want to see in the DFG program? Do we want to have a Direction from God event to be a part of our goal for 2020? Do we want to end the year with an event? Yeah? You do?
Yes, definitely.
What about you, Tina?
I think that'll be really motivating to people to buy into your product, and it'll put you on the map where just doing that other stuff alone wouldn't.
What about you, Kamran? Do you think we should end the year with a DFG event? A live intensive training? Not sure. No comment.
Definitely. It's like, you know, when there's two reasons. Like when we went to Celebration, for instance, we didn't know what it was going to be like, and we didn't know, are we even going to like, should we even go to it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so then we ended up going to it, and we got an experience out of it. But before we went, word of mouth said we were going. So then when we went, it's like, hey, that was wonderful. This happened and that happened, blah, blah, blah. So we came back, word of mouth, and spread it around again, you know? And because of that, then that has other people who say, yeah, maybe I'll go check that out, you know? And then other people go. And so it kind of like has a life by having an event.
I agree.
There's a life to it.
It's really nice. Should we do it in Lewiston or Spokane?
Do we have to decide today?
No,
Oh, okay.
Why would we consider Spokane?
because it's easier for people to fly into.
Okay.
And
But
it's,
people can fly into Lewiston too.
yeah, it's not as likely.
Yeah, it's harder for children to get money than it is for adults.
It's more out of the way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of resources over in Spokane. It's easy for people to find housing. There's just a lot of, like, when people do events, they don't necessarily do events at the home base. They like go to a place like where there's a convention center where they can get a large enough group of people to be able to meet.
Okay.
And in Spokane, there's just a lot of options for people to meet together. But that would be a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there any other way that we can quantify some of these things so we have some objectives for the
What
year?
is number 4 again?
Overcome satanic
Oh, yeah. Okay.
satanic shyness.
It looks like Z's.
I think it looks like 5s.
5s without their tops, huh?
Yeah.
I think a lot of all of it is marketing. marketing
I-
really plays a lot.
Yeah, we got to do. So how do we break down marketing
Yeah.
into these goals?
It's like when you do the Direction from God program, you can market the other things in that, inside their web page, and maybe have upsells with it.
Yeah.
Or I'm not sure. Have it on that page when they go to learn about what Direction from God is. We could have on the side those options too that they can look more into. And talk about people, educate them about it. Talk when you go on events, talking or something. You can mention them and what they're about.
Yeah. But I was just looking for quantifiable goals that we
What do you
can,
mean quantifiable?
like something that we can put 100 pieces of content a day, like a number, quantify as a quantity, it's an amount, not an action, not a process or a strategy. It's a goal. Does that make sense? Like SMART goal, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timed.
Talk to 100 people about each course.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's a process goal. Like OKR is a objective key result. Like there's an objective of what we want to. It's like the objective is to launch a Direction from God funnel by December 5th, and then the key results is the way that we know how it is. We have arrived, that it was successful. How do you define success? It was that it is functional, people can purchase, they can place an order, and it goes through. That was the key
What
result.
If we have an ad out?
One ad in the whole year.
Well, if that's what you want to do,
I'd like to have like 5 ads for every product.
then put that up there.
Okay. That's good.
What time do you want 2.0 to be out?
I think we decide that in the quarterly meetings. We should probably close with a word of prayer there. We're over time. Would someone like to pray for us?
I will.
All right, thank you.
Dear Lord, thank you for the day, and thank you for the things that we've got accomplished already today. And mostly thank you for your presence being here and helping us to figure this out, and for all the people that we get to do this with, and their input and their help. We love you, Lord. Please be with us throughout our next session. Please bless it, and help us to be focused and be able to do what Jesus Christ would do if he was here. Fill our rooms with Holy Spirit and the Holy Ghost within us. Please be with us always. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Never thought of angels as Holy Spirits before.
Well, yeah, I met the angels, but
I knew you met the
Jesus
angels.
Christ fixes that for me, for sure.
Well, I mean, they were called ministering spirits to those that would be heirs of salvation.